Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. From time to time, I have a question that a subscriber posed to me, and I think that it's a good idea sometimes to just do a video and kind of expound on it so everybody can, I guess, take in the answer, lack of better words. So I'm going to read the comment, and then I'm going to, respond to it. It's a pretty good question because I've had somebody else ask me that too, and it's a good question to know. His question is, "Hey Morris, man, I noticed that you use both the jazz and the precision basses in your cover. What is the difference of those to you? What makes you pick one over the other?" That's a good question, and it has more than one answer. Sometimes it's just purely preference. It's like I'd rather play this one over this one at this time, and then sometimes it's matching up the tone, because sometimes the bass player on the recording is perhaps using the jazz bass. I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to match up the tone, or maybe using a precision bass. And then sometimes just based on which one feel better to me at the time to play, physically play, so those are kind of the answers to that question. I mean, I try my best, and this started when I first started playing because I was really fixated on trying to match up tone-wise as close as possible to the record, because I got a pretty good ear, and I'm like, I'm kind of hearing this kind of tone versus this kind of tone. Now, one of the most difficult tones to, I guess, replicate is the James Brown stuff in the 60s. And now I got a customized Fender Squier where EMG pickups is right here, and I wish I can move this and go and grab and show it to you guys, but you've seen it on my James Brown covers. That guitar come as close as I've ever had any guitar close to that tone. It's a very hard tone to copy. It's like, it's really kind of bright, and they rolling off the bottom end and give you more of the top and a little bit of the mid-range, but it's just hard to match it up, because a lot of tunes I match up pretty well. That same guitar that I mentioned to you that I'm looking at right now, I did a Maxwell cover a couple of weeks ago, and it matched up perfectly. It's like, whoa, so that's basically an answer to the question, trying to match up the tones, and also, what feels good to play at that time, because there's some guitars, depending on the action, it's like, I can't really do this song with this guitar because it's kind of rough. Because I have a customized Fender Squier fretless bass. I've always wanted a fretless, never had one, because it's a very unique tone playing those things. And the action is not all that great, and the strings are heavy gauge, and I think they're flat wounds, the ones that are smooth, and it sounds like an acoustic bass, acoustic fretless bass. And that's not the type of bass that I will play in just regular songs that's not fretless, because it's hard playing that thing. I won't say it hurt my fingers, but it's not a really extremely comfortable experience, but I get the tone out of it. I get the tone that I want, that I can't get from any other bass that's not fretless. And just wanted to say one more thing before I signed off. As far as my preference of the jazz bass and the precision, I would pick the jazz bass any day. Many reasons. First of all, the neck is smaller, which means it feels better to play. Second of all, it's probably the best bass on the market to do slap style bass. When you got fresh strings, you can really go. Louis Johnson did all his on a Music Man. And it was interesting, in the video he did for Starlix, he talks about his bass, playing in his bass. And he said his bass was a customized, modified bass from Leo Fender himself. He went to the bass making plant and met with Leo Fender himself the man, and he modified the bass. He made the pickup stronger, and he said if they were to make every bass like that, it would be extremely expensive. So basically, he had a modified bass, so he was able to get all those tones and slap like crazy. But the typical or the standard Music Man bass wouldn't deliver like that. So I'm gonna sign off now, and I hope that this has been enlightening and helpful. Till next time, take care.